Get it? Let's play? Because what we're doing is called a let's play?
I know it's hard to believe,
Alright.
but this district has always been wretched. I'll let you go now.
Move on and stop making terrible jokes. Yeah, so we're looking for the priest, right? You look like Milton.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town?
Hey, Milton's
Name's
brother.
Reid Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
The shine off of your glasses is blinding. God damn.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Not at all, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
Medicine we're giving him. The aid. That's the easiest one to make.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
That's strange.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Alright, well, let's see. So everyone I need to talk to is right here, then. It's convenient.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty.
Doesn't help you pay the rent, lady. Yes, most beloved children. Back to Romania.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Oh, what's this? Hey. Hey! I want to look at that flower. Get out of my way. Oi! Clear it off, eh? Oh, I've got one of those notes on it. Things all have these little notes on them. Looks like it. Oh, crash. Crash loot. Oh my god, I'm scavenging springs. I feel like I'm playing Fallout again. By the church. Stymied. Every turn.
Unable to see the true horror around you.
There we go. Oh shit. In a combat zone, boys. Oh, son of a bitch. You fucker. Ah. Thank you for the silver bullets, Rose. I guess they're technically copper bullets, but maybe that works better on vampires than silver. I don't know. Oh, the Hammer films? What do you mean? Talking about Rose? Hmm? Oh. This has got to be the poet, but let's look around for some loot. Let us loot the place first. Then we shall have a chat with the NPCs. Right, no loot.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
Well, we're gonna do it anyway. Hold.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
Oh, Rose, you mean stuff like Dracula and Frankenstein? I didn't know that was the name of the film production company.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
Oh, only right at the moment.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Is the stream ending at 6, Doggo? Roughly. I'm gonna be going about another 45 to 50 minutes, so maybe 10 to 15 after 6, I guess it'll end up being. Roughly.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
It's true.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
I've never watched that, Rose. I didn't know he even did Let's Plays.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Good, don't, Rose. Why? Why should I be avoiding this?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, The barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Doggo, you only want me to take him out because you're afraid he's going to usurp your position. Okay, I want to tell him that... Yeah, sure.
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercourt.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reid.
See, Doggo, I knew it.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
This guy's weird, but I like him.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel.
Typos in the
Sounds very
subtitles, I haven't seen any.
But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What are you talking about? Did it say helpless romantic? I didn't even notice.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu.
All because it was a legitimate
Yes, I know
word
him.
rather than a
At first, I thought
misspelling.
he was only a small publisher. I invited
Although,
him to publish my work, but his reaction...
I do notice once in a while
Not interested in your talent?
Darius
they use
is
the
an old
entirely
political
wrong word.
activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities...
like sometimes the subtitle will say one
mediocre
word,
writing
but
skills.
then the actor says a totally different word. Yeah, that does happen a lot, Doggo. Wait.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
Did ask about Darius. Okay.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Nobody is DSP levels of bad, Doggo. Except for DSP. And, well, Danny from Game Grumps is pretty close to it, too. He's still no Darkside Phil, though.
Imprisoned by your daily routine. Unable to see the true horror around. Don't be afraid.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothy.
Yeah, I didn't have to blackmail him after all.
Don't
Good.
make me regret this, though.
get uglier every year.
And take figure of the Vrecolacus. Don't mind me, just let me in, I'm gonna take all your stuff, but you know, don't worry about it, it's fine. really drip feeding you these ads today, aren't they, Rose? Salison. What the hell that is? Other than mine and not yours anymore. Me all of your sweet, sweet loot. Codeine. Letter to Nurse Crane. Looks like she's from Transylvania. That's why her name's Dorothea. I think. Is that this person is? Oh, your affectionate sister, Theodora. Okay. Yeah. Transylvania. Okay.
Can you hear my voice?
Makes her cooler, if you ask me. Does she have a vampire strapped down over there? Is that what's going on? One of the skals or something?
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Wait a minute, salicin. Acetylsalicylic acid? Does that come from salicin? That cannot be a coincidence, right?
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
Let's cut his throat open.
What can I do, Doctor?
Just hold him down while I cut him open.
Perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
We don't have time for anesthetic.
He's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
Oh shit.
I can't see.
We got the blood hunger. Oh, she saw. Let me finish alone? No. I don't want to be alone right now.
I must
I'm gonna eat this guy if I'm alone.
first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
I don't know what these things are. Let's try this one.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you
Yes.
go along?
Yes, I am, because the game won't explain these things to me. The character's supposed to know what these things are, but I don't. Ah. Thanks, game. Thanks for making it, forcing me to make a completely uninformed choice, you dick.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Yes. We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
And then just died as he lived, choking. Yep,
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
he did. I wonder if the other option, the Efrenadine or whatever the hell it was, would have worked out any better.
It's locked.
This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Doctor.
That would have been just a different kind of
I suspect it was
failure.
more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reid?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
It's an emergency drug for allergies, medicines and such. That probably wouldn't have stopped his bleeding then, would it? Or slowed his bleeding. Yeah, I guess I would have failed either way then.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Why the hell do you think she murders the poor for sport?
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Oh man, the choices. I demand that she quits. Which means one less nurse to help people. I kill her. Or I make her forget. Does that mean she's going to forget about helping these people over here? Because that's bad. These people need the help more than the people at Pembroke, I think. So I'm going to go with the resign option.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reid! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Stop it with the blackmailing, lady. Achievement unlocked, interview with the vampire. Wait a second, hold on.